Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you're a homeowner in St. Catharines, and you've been dreaming about adding a little more space for your family, maybe for your parents or for the kids who are getting ready to start out on their own, then this is absolutely for you. We're going to break down exactly how you can make that a reality.
Okay, let's just jump right in with the most important number you're going to see today, 90,000 Canadian dollars. Yep, that's right, 90 grand. This is the total potential funding that the city can help you with to build a whole new living space right there on your property. It's a huge, game-changing amount of money that's been put aside to help families just like yours.
Now, I know a number that big can feel a little abstract, but stick with me, because my goal here is to show you exactly how that number can become a beautiful new home for your loved ones. This isn't just some pipe dream. It's a real, achievable plan. And to get you there, we're going to walk through a really simple, totally manageable plan, so you can forget about trying to dig through all those complicated city documents by yourself. Think of this as your personal, step-by-step blueprint for success, made just for homeowners here in St. Catharines. And here it is. The whole thing breaks down into a clear 4-step process. We're going to start with a health check for your property, then move into the fun part, designing for your family's actual needs. After that, we'll cover how you claim your financial reward, and finally, how you protect your investment with a rock-solid safety net. So, let's get into it. Okay, so let's dive into our very first and probably most crucial step. Before you spend a single dollar on an architect or on those fancy designs, we need to figure out what your property's true potential is. This is the step that makes sure you're building on a solid foundation, both literally and figuratively.
The official term is a feasibility audit, but honestly, just think of it as a health checkup for your home. It's the essential first move. It's what's going to prevent any of those costly, nasty surprises later on and make sure your entire project is good to go from the get-go.
So what does this health check actually look at? Well, it boils down to 2 key things. First is something called fire flow, which is really just a technical way of asking, do we have great water pressure for everyday family life and for fire safety? Second, we check the sewer capacity to make 100% sure your existing pipes can handle a new unit. This simple check avoids any, well, let's just say unpleasant plumbing surprises down the road.
I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. You might hear that new zoning laws give you the political green light to build, and that's awesome. But the physical reality of your property, the engineering, that can be a hard stop sign if you don't check it first. This step basically ensures you have a clear road ahead.
All right, with that technical check done and dusted, we can move on to the really fun part. This is where your vision starts to become real. This is step 2, designing a space that has your family at the very heart of it.
This is all about creating a home that really works for every generation. A garden suite could be this beautiful, private space for your parents, letting them keep their independence but still be close by. Or maybe it's a starter home for your adult kids, giving them a real leg up in a tough housing market. It could even be a source of rental income to help out. But the real return? It's more time, more quality time with the people you love most. And what's really cool is that what you're doing is so important for our entire community. By building these garden suites or basement apartments, you're creating what city planners call missing middle housing. You're not just adding a unit, you're helping to build a stronger, more connected St. Catharines where families can actually afford to stay together, right in the neighborhoods they grew up in and love. All right, you've got your beautiful design, you've got your permit. Now it's time to claim your reward. Let's talk about the money. This is where that $90,000 we talked about comes into play. So how do we get to that big $90,000 number? Well, the mean chunk is an $80,000 grant from the Housing Accelerator Fund, or HAF, for an exterior unit like a garden suite. But here's where it gets even better. If you're building a basement apartment, you can actually stack on an extra $10,000 bonus from the Flood Alleviation Program, that's FLAP, for including floodproofing. And that's how you can get to that full $90,000 win. Now, this is really important. You need to know this. This whole process is time-sensitive. The moment, literally the moment your building permit gets approved, a 90-day clock starts ticking. That is your window to get all your documents together and submit your application to the city. Think of it like a sprint to a very, very rewarding finish line.
So what does a complete application actually look like? Well, it means having your approved permit, your official site plans, and detailed, itemized cost estimates ready to go. Rough guesses on the back of a napkin aren't going to cut it here. Being prepared is everything, and it's why working with a pro who gets this process is so key to hitting that deadline.
Okay, this brings us to our final and you could argue our most important step. This is all about protecting your investment, protecting your family, and really protecting your peace of mind for years to come.
So you're going to hear two acronyms, HCRA and Tarion. Don't worry about the names. Just think of them as your absolute, non-negotiable safety net. All it means is your builder must be officially licensed and your new home must be enrolled with Tarion, which gives you an amazing government-backed warranty.
And check this out. The power of this warranty is just incredible. It's not for a few months. It protects your investment for 7 full years. The first year covers all the workmanship and materials. The second year covers your major systems, plumbing, electrical, you name it. And for a full 7 years, it guarantees the big stuff, like the foundation. That is real long-term protection.
And here is the absolute bottom line. This isn't optional. It's not just a nice to have. In Ontario, using a licensed and registered builder for a new unit, like a garden suite, is legally required. It's also mandatory if you want to qualify for that grant funding. So this step isn't just about peace of mind, it's about protecting your investment and making sure you get that money.
So let's just bring it all home. As you can see, this is about so much more than just pouring some concrete and putting up walls. It's about creating a whole new chapter for your family, right here in St. Catharines.
By following this simple 4-step blueprint, starting with that health check and ending with that safety net, you can turn what seems like a really complex process into a clear, totally manageable path forward. And the end result is more than just a new building. It's more space for your family, more value in your home, and most importantly, more connection with the people that matter most.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. As you look at your home, your backyard, and think about the people you love, what could a new space really mean for your family? I hope this little guide has shown you that it's a lot closer than you might think. Thanks so much for watching.